guys, JSGC here, back again for another football video where today we're going to be doing my Premier League predictions ahead of match day number 36 in the Premier League. Before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. Also, don't forget social media links there in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the video and do let me know your predictions in the comments below. Finally, I would say a big thank you to today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. SofaScore are going to keep you guys up to date with all the latest football scores from around the grounds. They'll keep you up to date with the latest football match scores, latest information, along with the latest statistics, team news, and all your good footballing needs all in one place, all in one app. It's not just limited to football, it's got all the sports covered that you guys love to follow, so do go and check out SofaScore. It's a free app to download, very highly rated, and anyone that does download using my link in the description or the QR code on screen does help to support the future content created here on my channel. So, just having a look then at my performance across match day number 35. Firstly, match day 34 ended last Thursday. We saw Nottingham Forest lose at home 2-0 against Brentford. I thought it might have finished a draw. I was suspected Forest may drop some points, and that's indeed what happened. They ended up losing to Brentford. Brentford are a very good team, so doesn't really surprise me too much, and we are just starting now to see Nottingham Forest right at the very end of the season just falling off a little bit, so they need to try and rejuvenate themselves and motivate themselves and see if they can push hard and finish strong to the season to see if they can secure a Champions League spot. At the moment, still got a lot of work to do. So just having a look at match day number 35, which started on Friday 2nd of March. I had Man City down as 2-0 winners against Wolves. Weren't too far away. City won that game by a goal to nil. They got the 3 points and they move on to the next game, and pressure on to Aston Villa, on to Chelsea, on to Nottingham Forest, on to Newcastle, etc, etc. Then Aston Villa managed to pick up a 1-0 win on Saturday 3rd of May in the early kick-off against Fulham. We had that down to 3-1 Aston Villa win, finished 1-0, so got a couple of correct results there. And then the rest of the 3 PM games, not too great from me. I had Everton down as 2-0 winners against Ipswich. That game finished 2-2. I had Southampton outside a curveball to win against Leicester City. Didn't happen, and that's confirmed Southampton now finishing bottom of the Premier League, and they're still needing another point to beat the points tally of Derby County of 11 points, so Southampton could well still end up being the joint worst ever Premier League team ever, which is definitely not what they want to be known for. And then the final game on Saturday, I had Arsenal down as 1-1 draw with a 1-1 draw against AFC Bournemouth. That finished 2-1 to Bournemouth. Bournemouth coming from behind, picking up a big 3 points. And Arsenal season now confirmed to be trophyless, just continuing to decline. And I think the objective for Arsenal now has got to be to try and finish second and ensure that Manchester City and the other teams chasing them don't end up overtaking them, and things get a bit nerve-wracking for Arsenal for the remaining few games heading into the final few games of this season. Then on Sunday, I managed to pick up a correct score. I had Brighton down as 1-1 with a 1-1 draw against Newcastle. That did finish 1-1. Got a couple of correct results as well. I had Brentford down as 2-1 winners against Manchester United. A very entertaining game at the GTEC Community Stadium. That finished 4-3 to Brentford. And I also had Chelsea down as 2-1 winners against Liverpool. Nearly correct with that one. That game finished 3-1 thanks to a last-minute penalty, so I nearly got a correct score there. And then West Ham against Spurs. I had West Ham down as 2-1 winners with Spurs doing a lot of rotation. They did drop points, ultimately finished 1-1, so incorrect with that one. And then Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest dropping more points, had that down to 1-1 draw and managed to get that one perfectly correct. So I managed to get 2 correct scores, 4 correct results, 4 incorrect, 6 out of 10. Not too bad from me. So, match day number 36, starting on Saturday, 10th of May 2025. No early kickoff, so we're going to dive straight in with the 3 PM games. Starting off at Craven Cottage, we've got Fulham taking on Everton. I think Fulham will be too strong. Fulham still trying to push to see if the potential of 8th place being a European spot heading into next season. So Fulham are going to want to try and finish finish the season strong, as will Brentford, as will AFC Bournemouth, as will Brighton. These are the teams chasing that spot. So I'm going with Fulham to win that game at Craven Cottage against Everton. I think they'll be too strong for Everton, and I'm going 2-1 Fulham. Ipswich taking on Brentford. Again, Brentford I think will be too strong and picking up another win for them on the road as well against Ipswich Town. So going 3-1 to Brentford. To the south coast, got Southampton taking on Manchester City. I think City, I don't think they'll have too many eyes on trying to finish second and trying to catch Arsenal. There is a possibility that that could happen, in particular with a couple of tricky fixtures for Arsenal coming up away against Liverpool and a home match against Newcastle, who've got a lot to play for. But I think that Manchester City's focus here will just be to try and push, try and score goals, try and pick up the win as quickly as possible, and then move on and start thinking about the FA Cup final next weekend. And I think that'll be a similar mindset from Crystal Palace this weekend as well. So I won't rule out a little bit of rotation from both sides with that in mind. So I'm going for Manchester City rather than all guns blazing with a nice professional job. I think they'll be too strong for Southampton. Going 3 points for City, and also pressure onto the other teams chasing them top 5 spots. And I'm going 2-0 Manchester City. And then to Molineux, you've got Wolves taking on Brighton, a dent to Brighton's bid to try and get European football for next season. I'm going with Wolves to carry on their good form. They may have lost against Manchester City last week, but on a really good run of form right now, and I'm going with Wolves to win that game and get back to winning ways. So going 2-1 Wolves. And the final game on Saturday, you've got AFC Bournemouth against Aston Villa at 5:30 p.m. BST, with the game being broadcast live on Sky Sports. And I'm going with both sides here to cancel each other out. So some points to be dropped for Aston Villa, which could be devastating towards their bid to try and finish in the Champions League spots for next season. So I'm going AFC Bournemouth 1, Aston Villa 1. And then moving on to Sunday, we've got a huge game. We've got Newcastle United taking on Chelsea at 12 p.m. BST, with the game being broadcast live on TNT Sports. And boy, do I think Newcastle are going to take their opportunity. I think with it being at St James's Park, Newcastle fans will be well behind the team there. And I can see Newcastle being too strong for Chelsea. So I'm going 3-1 win there for Newcastle United. To Old Trafford, Manchester United taking on West Ham United. I'm expecting Manchester United to be in the Europa League final. I've filmed this before them Europa League games have taken place, so I think there'll be full rotation in place from United. I can see them dropping more points, so I'm going Manchester United 1, West Ham United 1. Nottingham Forest taking on Leicester City in the East Midlands derby. That game kicking off at 2:15 p.m. BST, with the game being broadcast live on Sky Sports. Nottingham Forest must win that game. Leicester City will be looking, with that being a derby game, to try and spoil the party, but I think Forest will be too strong. Home advantage being used to their advantage, and I'm going 2-0 to Nottingham Forest. And the same with Spurs, with what I said with Manchester United. I'm expecting Spurs to be in the Europa League final, so I think what they're going to do is heavily rotate their team. Crystal Palace are going to want to try and get a little run of form ahead of the FA Cup final. I can do that. See them doing a bit of rotation, but full rotation in place from Spurs. But I think Palace doing really well. I think they'll be too strong for Spurs, and I'm going 2-1 Crystal Palace away win. And the final game on Sunday, you've got Liverpool taking on Arsenal at Anfield. There will be, or should be, a guard of honour from Arsenal. Their bad week continuing, being knocked out the Champions League, confirmed as a trophyless season for them. Not going to be Premier League champions, not competing with Liverpool, and then they've got to go to Anfield and give them a guard of honour as well to put some salt in the wound. However, a little bonus for Arsenal. I think that they will pick up some points at Anfield. I think Liverpool will be, well, they're not bothered. Quite frankly, they'll be motivated to try and upset Arsenal, to try and beat them. So I can see that being a very competitive, quite attacking game. And I can see both sides cancelling each other out. And I can see Arsenal coming away from Anfield with some points. So I'm going for a 2-2 draw, with that game kicking off at 4:30 p.m. BST, with the game being broadcast live on Sky Sports. So they're my predictions ahead of match day number 36. So do let me know your predictions in the comments below. Also, don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up on the video. Do subscribe if you're new around here. It is free. Social media links there in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And don't forget to go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. I'll see you all again real soon for the next video. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.